Alright. We came from the organ, is what I remember. Control scheme is a little floatier than I remember it, but I think it's because of the other games I've been testing and playing lately. God, I forgot how much I love the visuals in this. I have an entire weekend in between the last time I played it, and I'm just like amazed at the visuals all over again.
At the top of the mountain. I can see that giant diamond-shaped thing really close from here.
Am I almost done with my coffee? God, I desperately need more.
Took me a while to get here, but the views are worth it.
There's camp equipment there, but what's all this?
These drops of rain are so refreshing. Feels really good. Are these figures singing like a choir?
They're all fish people. I just realized that's what they're supposed to be. I like how I just tried to make her jump. I'm all like, no. Her illness means she can't jump.
Looks like a rock slide crushed all the tents. All but one. The only tent that came out of the rock slide in one piece is the one filled with amulets. A torn picture. Maybe the Polynesian guide didn't like people taking pictures of his scar. Oh dear. Oh, I'm sorry, but art has never been your thing, old pal.
Oh my God. Old pal. That's right. Dear reverse mermaid. It's like my husband, that old pal of mine. Mr. Franklin Drayton Jr., 12th Street, Grant Street, Mount Bayou, Mississippi. Dear Mr. Drayton, we acknowledge receipt of your letter of July 30th enclosing your application for admission to our School of Engineering. I am sorry to inform you that we are not authorized to consider a colored person for admission. I regret that we cannot help you in this regard. Yours truly, John R. Bedford, Director of Admissions, University of...
They didn't accept Frank in the university. They should be ashamed.
Considering he was on expeditions and everything, but then again, like... Oh. This is gonna be a thing. This is very much gonna be a thing. I think I'm gonna have to find each one of these and I'm gonna have to press them in certain orders. Hi, Fizzy.
There's a symbol inside.
What is this? Is this supposed to be the water dripping off? It's a really weird graphical effect.
No power. So I guess you used the notes from the organ and they weren't the right ones.
I'm so stupid, such an arrogant idiot. That rock slide could have killed everybody, and all thanks to my stubbornness. This
all
has
right.
power, nothing else.
Can you turn it on, Cass?
In the rain.
Please, sir. We should not do this. Not now. Haven't we had enough warnings, Mr. Everhart? What else do we need? Another death? Listen to me. Frank lost his life setting this whole thing up. So we're not going to discuss it anymore. We're going to activate it, period. Is that clear enough for you? Hey, Ma! Fine, same to you. Please, Cass, activate it.
1212, testing.
Yes.
Nope, doesn't work.
It's working. Come on. Yes. It's working!
Is something wrong, Harry?
The ground. The ground is shaking. No. No!
No, no, no! I can't!
I told you we were off. You damn fool! You're going to kill us all! Turn it off! Turn it off!
I feel like there's going to be an Eldritch God inside. I don't think there's going to be some great, horrible horror in this one. While it does have Lovecraftian notes, it definitely doesn't vibe as something that's going to be some horrible, like, horrific, like, something.
Homemade loudspeakers. Thought there are some sort of sound devices built around this amphitheater.
I got an achievement, 50% halfway there. Hi, Griff. Here's the other one. Let's touch this one too. There's the other one over there. Did I only get 3? Yeah, I'm missing this one. So the diamonds underneath these things definitely have to be pushed in a certain order. Probably based upon whatever this symbol is. Probably with reference to something else you'll find. I don't know how much of this I'm going to play today. I'm just going to play until I'm playing. I got a key for something else that I'm a little excited for that I didn't think I was going to get a key for.
Frank died. Oh, Frank had a daughter named Evangeline. What a darling. I'm so sorry. He was such a talented man. And he seemed to be a good friend of Harry's.
I want to know how they managed to get all the different, like, Crayola colors in the letters while on this island. They're all like, let's bury him.
About Frank. Harry doesn't have many friends. They built all this just with pieces from the beached ship. Frank sure must be a real whiz. His low spirits are obvious in this photo. What was wrong with Frank? He looks so thin.
Does actually look very thin. Like he's not eating.
They built loudspeakers on top of this tower to reproduce the effect of the organ. Very clever, old pal.
According-
Nepal? So this is like Atlantis, but in the Pacific Ocean, right?
According to the legend that said the continent Mu sank into the Pacific Ocean thousands of years ago, its massive stone structures, generally irregular in shape, contrained with a unique use of diamond shapes. This is the reminiscent of other rhomboid symbols, such as the Losang and the Hindu Lakshmi star. However, experts believe that in the specific case of the Nepal structures, instead of representing fertility and prosperity, the rhombus was a sign of transformation and evolution.
Harry is convinced the answer to my illness lies inside that temple.
I like how they took pictures, found ways to develop them, and then took the time to write little thoughts on the back of them. I'll have to use the ship's turbine and juggle with the things I got from the ship to make this work. Let's see if I manage to power the whole set just with the scarce materials that I have. While I understand this is a video game trope where you find the little bits and pieces lying around, let's take a look and just go back to the thought process on Mountains of Madness as a story. Now, I don't remember it quite heavily as one of Lovecraft's stories, partly because the audio book that's on YouTube that's available is read by a guy who's really, really, really difficult to pay attention to without falling asleep because he's a little monotone. When they went to find out what happened to the expedition, they didn't find little notes and journals or anything written everywhere. They just kind of found an abandoned expedition. And they kind of had to do their best to piece what they could together by trying to find things based upon everything that was lying around. I would love to see a game that would do something like that. Like, the little notes and everything, while it does help to tell a story, you could totally tell a story in other ways without adhering to old video game tropes.
Dead as a doornail.
Now, the way she talks to herself, I don't think she talks to herself too much. I think she talks to herself just right to keep me interested in her as a character, for me to get a good feel of who she is as a character, and I enjoy her dialogue and everything. That's definitely one of the high points as far as I'm concerned. I like her character and she's very simple. She's got an illness. She's going to an island. She's had a few weird dreams. And she's just trying to find her husband. I'm like, she has a very, very simple story and reasoning for being here. And I like that. The way the story's told, it could be better. But like I said, it's video game tropes that a lot of video games adhere to. I just wish that a lot of developers or designers or just anyone would just try something different and new. Stop assuming that your players are dumb. And give them chances to piece bits and pieces together. And you can have...
turbine to generate electricity under the falling water. But the stream isn't close enough to the wheel.
And you can have a character like her that feeds the player information because they're the smart one and they give you a little bit more information.
Blood-soaked rags. A Bible. It must have belonged to Frank.
No opening it? No. Nothing.
I thought it was a flesh wound, but it kept getting worse.
I tried to do something with this wound from DeWitt's attack. No matter what I do, it still looks infected. I feel worse every day. Finds her hubby and says, "No, never mind." Illness, she's coming down with the gay.
No power.
I think I'm gonna have to follow this now. I think this is what I have to do at this point. There. In there? Wait. Up. Maybe we have to do something with water to make the wheel spin to power stuff? Probably. Well, I'll take a look at that in a second. I'm just checking to see where the... I haven't checked every tiny thing, so I want to go and check some more stuff. See what else I'm potentially missing.
No power.
Yeah. It's the wheel. The thing is, I'm still missing this. Oh, I think I figured that out. Their mistake was probably playing the organ notes without actually doing anything about these columns here. So that's that one. So it's this one. Not that one. Undo. I think you have to press the button in the location that it is on the symbols. So here. So that one's here, so it needs to be the left button. I
like singing so much. Harry and I often sang together. when my condition got worse, Harry thought it wasn't a good idea to make unnecessary efforts. And we stopped singing. I know it was just for my own good, but my illness caused our whole lives to revolve around it.
I don't know why he didn't just bring her. She's better at doing this than he was.
Did these stone columns just vibrate? Amazing! The hatches are opening.
Okay. Where's my reading concept? I think that probably caused this to start turning. There's that thing right there too. Yeah, see? Now it's enough water.
Now the wheel is moving. These levers connect those gears to direct the wheel's energy into the turbine.
What? Fuck. Okay, the last one ended up working, so what does it need to be on? It needs to be down. There. Hi, Cleric.
That was easy. These buttons seem to adjust the amount of energy that goes through the turbine.
Oh no. There.
That
Okay.
should give the turbine some energy. Did it. Now everything should be powered.
Oh, you saw that I went through the playable teaser? A little bit, yeah. I have mixed feelings on it. I'm a little worried that they're not actually going to change anything if they think it's successful, because apparently there was an article that said that they felt it was a success. But, I mean, shoulder shrug, we'll see. I think there's a lot they could do to keep the feel of Gothic while reinventing it a little bit using certain modern things within the video games, one of which, as I mentioned before, is they could very easily take the nameless hero and make it into a customizable character, since it's pretty ripe to be a character that you can customize. But I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Well, what? Did I do something wrong? Come on, work. Come on.
Deliberately overloaded with random features to gather feedback is not to represent the game. That's probably good.
Now, what's happening this time? Where am I?
She's in another dream thing.
I can feel the fever rising. Oh God, no. My illness. Is it coming back? Was this an ocean? An ocean that dried up? My cane.
Should I grab it or refuse it?
Hair is so dry. I need to find water. My bed. Another memory of my illness. How many times did I think I was going to die lying in this bed?
I like how I had the ability to leave the cane behind, apparently, which I chose to.
I'd better find some shade before I dry right up. The horseshoe-shaped pillar. And that diamond shape again. I can't take much more of this. I feel woozy. Is that a house? That's not a house. That's our house in Inglewood. Am I dreaming? Or am I just losing my mind? That's our mailbox, too. Harry? Are you home?
Someone forgot to shut off the faucet?
I miss you so much, old pal.
And my husband, that old pal of mine.
I am definitely losing my mind. I don't understand what is happening, Harry. Are you... The Everhart twosome. What a duo. The happiest day of my life. It's a photo of my mother and me. She had just gotten worse from her illness.
Her mother had the same thing.
Harry gave me this necklace after one of his scavenger hunts.
That's what's killing you. No. Look at that.
My mother's music box. Yet again. Checkmate in 3 moves.
Greetings from you. Oh my god.
Cousin Robert? But I don't have any cousins.
Yanthale.
What a sweet melody.
It's the same one that the organ played.
What was that? Another vivid dream? And my music box again, but what? I'm not going back up there. The fuse
Oops.
box is already providing electricity to this entire setup.
There were a few power things that we need to open, I think. What? Oh, no. It pulls down.
Now that it's filled with water, it looks like a baptismal pool.
It is small enough for something like that. Shallow enough, I should say. Here. Following the cables. There was a switch down around here somewhere. Wasn't there? Thought there was. Oh, right here.
So I guess you used the notes from the organ and they weren't the right... I haven't sung since I got sick, but let's give it a shot. Was quite a show. This feels like hallowed ground.
Why would there be any grass growing in here without any sun? I mean, technically you could say it's whatever that light source is. Apparently the expedition made it inside here.
His hands are changing, like in my dream. Look at those spots. They look like mine.
I missed this one, right?
Are they bathing him in black ooze? Now he's some sort of man-fish? Fish of every size and shape. This looks like the same kind of elevator that was in the campsite. These patterns look too familiar. She sounds worried for him, I think.
Harry's been up there for 3 days now and he won't answer me. What did he find if could go up?
Where is this taking me? Looks like I'm inside the giant fish head that I saw from below.
Those symbols again.
Harry marked this symbol for a reason. I'd better write it down.
Very awkward marking. It looks like Dayglow. One fish to rule them all. Probably because it's damp and stone. Damp place is going to spawn vegetation over time with vegetation flora as opposed to that's a light source. Explains why. It looks like it looked like a weird light source, but I'm not going to question it.
I've seen this symbol in the murals several times. I guess it can be applied to both water and black ooze. John McCormack's Dear Old Pal of Mine? A favorite song.
Is that why she calls him Old Pal?
Well done, Harry. Boy, am I lucky that you did the hard part of figuring things out.
The language works by combining different symbols to create a new one.
This one was really hard to figure out. Good job, Harry. I'm starting to understand this language.
Eternal life.
So that's how you mark the symbol's orientation.
What? Rotating the north in the wheel causes the symbol to change quadrant.
God's blood. Does this mean that... Is this related to me somehow, to my disease?
Those who have God's blood are destined inevitable transformation into a water animal to eternal life / live forever.
My dear old pal, Nora. I wish I could write something else, but a long time ago I promised you I would never lie to you. So here goes. There is no cure for your illness. What you carry in your blood is changing you, and it will keep changing you until it's done, whatever that means. There is nothing we can do to stop it. My dear old pal, my partner, the love of my life, I am so sorry. I've made so many mistakes. All those deaths because of me. Frank, DeWitt, Roy. All for nothing. Maybe Teodoro is right. Maybe we can return to the beach and build a raft to get back to Papiete. Maybe in less than a month, I could be back.
There's no cure? But he didn't finish the letter. What did you do, Harry? Where are you? I know for sure that you didn't go back home, so what do I do now? Are you still on the island? I have to find you.
Cthulhu Fizzy does not normally associate with water creatures. That's Dagon. Because Dagon is the one involved with Innsmouth, which had the fish people. Transformation evolution. A lot of people, I mean, it's easy. I get that it's easy to confuse because a lot of depictions show Cthulhu rising from the water. That's because the ancient city of Relier that he's supposed to come from was sunk beneath the waves, and in the Call of Cthulhu story, it actually is risen from beneath the water before the sailors end up opening it up and waking him up unintentionally. Cthulhu's thing is that he drives people insane while he's sleeping by invading their minds. So he's a lot more mental based. I don't even know which creatures are supposed to be associated with him. I want to say Shoggoths and Elder Things are supposed to be associated with him. But again, those are very loose and mostly based off of other stuff because...
Someone punched the wall so hard that they bled. Was it you, Harry?
All the symbols. I'm trying to figure out. So that's supposed to be that symbol. Hold on. Oh, so it's supposed to be at the... I don't know if I understand this entirely.
It's amazing how words and symbols can keep their meaning after thousands of years.
Rotating the north in the wheel. Oh, okay, I see it over here. Transformation. Rotating the north in the wheel causes the symbols to change quadrant. This is what we need. Hold on. So that one... Combining symbols creates words. We need eternal life? So confused. Liquid. Oh, it determines which direction they're facing. That's... Okay, I get that then. Okay, I get how the symbols work. So basically, wherever this diamond is, this is technically the northern point. So this is technically the top. These are the bottom now, and these are the two tops. Okay, I get that, but I don't fully understand what the hell I'm trying to make here. I'm assuming I'm supposed to somehow combine these symbols into words, but how? I'm trying to just clear out the log. Like, this is the two dots. And it's just showing you the position of things. In order to combine the symbols, you create words.
A complex pattern.
That's what I was missing. God's blood is 1. Four. Is it a continuation of the symbols on the wall behind it? You're confused too. I'm very confused. So, God's blood needs to be the first one. Whatever the fuck that means. God's blood, I'm assuming, has to deal with life. Or liquid? Um... That just goes back down. Uh... One is not made by just combining 3 and 4. One is made by adding 3 and 4 to it, technically, if you're talking about God's blood, because it's eternal life liquid. Where's that paper that he did? That's not what I wanted. But how are you supposed to add them if you're supposed to add them? That's the thing. Are you supposed to be just like, okay, so 1... I do anything with that? No. Yeah, this is... This is very confusing. I get the orientation thing. That's fine. I understand that. Strange symbols in the empty pool, rotating to the north of the wheel causes the symbol to change quadrant. Combining symbols creates words. I do get that. We have to create the word God's blood first, which would be... Liquid life eternal. Or eternal liquid life. How the fuck would you do that? Because there is no one overarching button, is there? It's all due to these. With this thing. But I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. Oops. This one's confusing. This one's very confusing. I get the whole combining the words. I get the orientation. What I don't get is the relation of this part with God's blood. Are you supposed to make sure? So liquid... Oh, liquid needs to be here, here, and here on 1, 3, and 4. I don't think it's a numbered order of you have to combine this one first, then this one, then this one, then this one. I think it's showing where it needs to be located. So if liquid needs to be... in 2 places, it would be here. Which means its upright orientation is the proper one. Transformation only needs to be here on 2. Which I have it at unintentionally. Water animal is liquid and life? Wait a minute, I already did that one.
What are you playing? This looks like wizard stuff.
Let's call this... It's not wizard stuff. That's fine. Life? Where's life? Life needs to be here, here, and here because you can see it. So this needs to be on the bottom. And then eternal, which is this one, needs to be like this. Just push it until it's in the
This
right
is the right
spot.
combination.
God, that was I mean, I got it eventually, but can't
It
go any
appears Harry didn't advance any further.
can't go any farther. I've tried everything and this isn't working. What do I need? I follow the sequence correctly in my hand. I can't get that thing to work. I need to cross the river down there anyway. For what?
What is that thing? Is that the outline of a hand? Those are drums of some sort. I screwed up.
It's telling me which one. Simon says. It's probably harder without subtitles. Subtitles kind of screw this one up. Then again, the hearing impaired, it's like, good luck with this.
No, not again.
I fucked up. What?
Nora, you idiot, just follow the sequence. I can sing, but I'm awful when it comes to playing music.
I like how she just keeps justifying the failure. Yeah, I need more coffee. My brain's dead at the moment. It's stupid that I'm missing up. Small, big, small.
This technology never ceases to amaze.
Me trying to carry a thought process while trying to remember what I was seeing for the drums and hearing right now with the way I am. No. I definitely need more coffee. I just finished my cup. Come on. Go around. Go around. Why is she stuck?
Harry said it didn't work for him, so it shouldn't work for me either. Unless there's something different about my hand. Anyway, Nora, you know what you've got to do. My hands. Look at my hands. This is definitely not a dream. And I'm starting to doubt the others were dreams too. I should be scared, but it's hard to explain what I feel, but it isn't fear. Not a bit. another one of those gates, like the one I saw in the temple. I'm back to being me. It's
Fish
hard for me to
people.
understand how these gates work. What happens every time I cross one of them?
Fish people. What's this over here? I have a feeling this puts her back down there, but okay. Crab people. It's not a crab. But yeah. Say, it's where this thing comes from, yeah.
Another panel of this strange technology.
Let me put out my piece of
What's it
paper
for?
underwater.
Something related to the currents?
Oh, she doesn't pull out her journal. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I have to do them at the same time. This one takes longer, this one's quicker. Oh, this timing's horrible. Oh.
Wow. The island is pierced by underground currents. That architecture again. Where is this gate going to lead me now? What a quiet and peculiar place. sort of handmade tribal painting. Looks really primitive. I wonder who used to live here. I understood that. Slaves and masters and... Nicole. Wasn't Nicole in the notes? Although they are the same style, these huts are much simpler than the magnificent architecture I've seen up to now.
So in the Mountains of Madness, it's found out that the Shoggoths and some of the other elder beings were actually slaves to the Ancient Ones, like Cthulhu and the others. That was also one of the stories that when it was originally written, he was taking more of a science fiction bend on the entire thing, rather than an eldritch level of anything.
The inhabitants of this village lived at different altitudes. Some even lived inside the water. They used this sort of dam to lower or raise the water level. It seems that each family had to agree somehow to change the water level. I'm amazed at how organized they seem to be, despite them being so primitive. Being trapped here probably made them stronger as a community.
Probably based on the buttons I pushed. Considering I have to go there and there and there. Yeah, but I have a feeling it's taking that kind of approach. These are probably ancient beings of some sort that came from probably another planet if it's going to end up going in that area.
Whoever the inhabitants were, they were living here against their will.
And Dagon or whatever other like elder being or whatever was basically using them as slaves.
Someone vandalized this mural. Some hands look human, but others are amphibian hands. It's quite disturbing to see someone's hand paintings from thousands of years ago. I feel connected to them somehow.
Fire falls from the sky, awakens God, black blood.
Is that black blood the same thing as the blood? How can I explain what's happening to me? What is the meaning of all this? God's blood, transformation, eternal life. I feel like I'm going through what was written in that inscription. Black blood in eyes, like in the well. This reminds me of some prehistoric cave paintings, like in the Cueva de las Manos in South America.
We're probably going to end up finding out that the slaves probably rose up and fought against them. And those that could, while infected in their families, from from the black blood or the ooze still made it out into the rest of the world, which is why she's probably one of them. They probably rose up, they fought against their masters, and ended up breaking free from their slavery, and probably went out to just be free. So I'm betting that's where the story is basically saying, and she just happens to be one of the descendants of them.
There are some hand marks made with pigments.
Oh,
Wonder if they mean
shoot.
something. I better draw them just in case.
It's giving an idea of how high and how low to go. I can't just press them all. Of course not. Why would I do something like that? Yeah, see, they're in order. Ancestry is getting weird, right, Dilly? Yeah. I still like the way the story's going. I like its tale. I love the visuals. God, I love these visuals. They're so pretty. Is there a way to undo pushing these? Probably not. There's probably one per we're supposed to hit, unless I hit the button and find out it resets. I'll find out. I think hitting those. Let me see. Is there one in one of these? No. Unless that resets it the moment I press that. Okay. Yeah, that resets it. Alright, so swirly purple. There has to be a button around here, right? Just want to see it. Okay. First one, white hands. Let's see that. This one. And then the yellow hand one. I think it probably matters which order you're pressing them in. I've been having a run. Regulated the ancient fish folk cursed by a posable eldritch god. We'll find out on eldritchancestry.com. God damn it. Yeah. Once you find out, you might be entitled to compensation. Call your lawyers today. Here we go. Yellow huts. Now we need the red-handed huts. Right there. than the scratchy scratch huts, which I think are these. There was one on the inside of one, right? Right here. Now, the one that's throwing me for a loop is I now need the purple swirlies. And I don't remember if purple swirlies is down. I know it those two, but I don't remember seeing the button there. I don't think we had any down here, but I'm going to check. No, we didn't. Hey, Legacy. How are you? No, you may be asked to delve into an ancient temple to discover your heritage. Will have to go through a horrifying possible humanoid fish transformation. Did we get a shout out for Legacy? He's been exploring PlayStation 3 games lately. Of which I might have to, like, stop by your stream next time I get a chance, because I tested out, you were playing Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance recently, and you were having some slowdowns because you were emulating it instead of running it through the system. I got a hold of a copy to test out my settings. The settings that I used for Silent Hill, there's no slowdown. It's like, it's gone. Granted, I didn't go to any of the intensive areas like a dragon, because I only played it for so long, but, it seems to have a lot. Where the hell is the other button? It seems that a lot of the issues are gone as a result. Unless I did it already, I really don't want to press it and have to look for another one, but it might be just to hit this. It is. All right. Alright, we're going down here. If I manage to finish this in time, I have another game I want to take a look at that we got a key for. That I actually requested the key for, we got given, and I was really, really excited.
This civilization used these devices to raise and lower the water level. It's impressive.
I'm guessing I have to get over there, but I'm not going to get over there until I go there. Ah, nuts. So, all these... all these current contraptions. Oh, no. You thought you were having problems with your three-dimensional, like... There's more issues. Why does this look like a hole I can go into?
So these creatures are immortal? The sunken continent. Was that their punishment?
This is them. Here's your ancestors.
Different types of creatures of the same species lived here, but they weren't free.
Yeah, the currents are... I'm gonna have to mess with
This
currents.
underwater town is a beautiful place, but it has also seen a lot of suffering. All the island is that way. Beautiful but dangerous. The danger does not seem to affect me, though.
Trying to examine this. It's not letting me. Oh well.
This looks like an altar dedicated to two figures. I can hear them talking to me.
Okay. Did I already look at this one? I think so. Yeah. Okay. I need to mess with the currents. I kind of figured I was going to have to anyways. Nah. What's in here? She's not allowed out of the water while she's a fish person. There isn't much of Dark Alliance left, but I guess if you found other settings that work. Is it? I didn't know if it was short or not. It seems like a game that was meant to be like play it multiple times. She's supposed to have a tail. I kind of figured it was something like that. There we go.
This panel is broken. I'll have to find another way to go through.
Of course. And I'm pretty sure it has to do with doing all of these. Swap it around. I hate this little thing with this timing. Why? Let me go through all of them and see if that somehow is the magic answer to all of that. It's probably timed. You're probably supposed to press that, and then when you use this, this gets you down there fast enough.
Oh, I made it.
Yeah, because it's probably gonna... Yeah, see? You wouldn't have been able to swim there on your own. need momentum. You need momentum. She's gonna slam her head directly
My
into
illness
it.
has kept me from being happy. What I feel now is the complete opposite of being sick. I feel full of life and energy, even better than before my illness.
She's like, I feel great now. I'm gonna live forever. Ah, shit, I still need to eat.
Now the water level is really low, so I can access that tunnel.
What was over here?
These creatures lived like slaves. All their lives imprisoned and tortured in this place. Was it possible to live a decent life in here? If you've lived all your life in a prison, how would you know that you are a prisoner?
Those are the deep questions. Like that stupid thing that Isaacs managers and I've had other people when I was younger used to do. If you didn't know, why didn't you ask? Because I didn't know I didn't know.
Now I can enter this tunnel. This current is quite strong. I wonder where it will take me.
Look at the fishies. Oh my.
That was quite a ride, but it's over now.
Thankfully, they put these everywhere. Convenient spots. She's all like, if only I could make these.
That ladder. Someone set up camp in here.
My husband gave up, but somehow he made it.
Looks like a means of transportation to get to that sanctuary. Seems to show two possible courses of action. One means transformation, and the other means death.
Well then.
This panel looks different from the others. It's much more elaborate.
Yeah, it's gonna be time based. This is the longest one. All right. No, this is the second longest, I think. No, this one has to be second.
This must be my transportation to the sanctuary.
You stay there. Oh, there's a cave opening.
What is this? This... Oh my god. Did I almost forget about Harry?
Boat. Ruins useless. Where is the sanctuary?
You followed the river from the temple summit, and it took you some days to find this entrance. Somebody painted these symbols on the wall.
Harry scribbled these symbols on the wall. They must be important. It's probably about the timing. Seems
Oh
that
dear, poor people.
seems that
Is
this
this why I'm changing too?
that the sanctuary is where the final stage of the ritual took place.
A sanctuary? Harry, was that where you went?
The masters brought their slaves to the sanctuary by boat in order to perform the final stage of the ritual. It just leaves letters all over the place. Like, I hope she
My
finds all
dear
of these
old pal.
locations.
It's only Cass and me now. I have much to thank her for, even if our friendship is worn thin due to hunger and fatigue. If she hadn't insisted so much, we'd never have convinced Aotearoa. He guided us as we followed the river down from the mountain peak. And that's how we found this entrance. And the mural. Maybe I can't undo what's happening to you, Nora, but I think I can try to become like you. The original inhabitants of this island took slaves to a sanctuary. And there, they performed a ritual. Te Aharoa said the ritual was madness, and he didn't want any part of it. He and Cass argued, violently. When we woke up the next morning, he had left. I know it sounds strange, but you have to trust me, my love. I know this is going to work, and we can be together. You understand what that means, don't you, Nora? We have a second chance. With more love than ever, Harry.
Harry? What ritual are you talking about? Why on earth would you want to become like me? Please don't be a fool. You don't even know if that ritual of yours is going to work. So the guide left the expedition. That would explain the workshop on the White Sand Beach, where I arrived.
Monsieur Everhart and Madame Warden, we had plenty of death in this island. I helped you until I could, but I won't be an accomplice to this ritual madness. I'm returning to the White Sand Beach to build a raft and leave the Mandate Isle. Should probably do it this way. Oh, it's because it's French. I'll be there if you change your minds, but I won't wait too long. Whatever. And au revoir, Tihahora.
She doesn't seem to care much about Harry. And she doesn't seem to be thinking straight either.
Harry's mental decline is more evident each day, but today he said he found out some place to carry out some ritual. I have to get to the bottom of this. I have to keep doing what I've been doing up till now. Listen to what he has to say and go along with him. I can't stand him, but I have to tread lightly because it's only him and me now, and the Black Ichor.
Harry, that look on your face. You look deranged. They
I
seem to loathe each other.
I gotta take a picture of you looking very angry here. I'm gonna keep it for you. I can't stand your lunatic face. I can't stand the noise you make when you eat. I can't stand you.
The sun is setting. It is so beautiful.
So they came down from up there. Okay. I like how there's just 50 million campsites everywhere and they just leave all their shit littered everywhere. Like, why wouldn't they have had one pot that they then pick up and move with them? They're all like, let's carry 20 different pots. Okay, make a new campsite. Leave this pot here. Should we take it with us? No, no, no. Must leave it behind. That's not how camping works. What about all these plates and tins? No, no, no. Must leave those behind. We have plenty of tin can food. Leave the crates there. They must stay there. That way people know we've been here. Let's keep going. Now we're on a boat ride. He dies, watch, I bet. Or he's already dead. Or he's a fish. Or he's that whale that we saw under the water. Such a fancy boat made out of rock boulder. Such a fancy rock boat. I'm sure it's capable of floating. The giant squid, you dumb. I couldn't tell. It was a giant eye. Maybe he's a giant squid then. Maybe we're right for some like hentai porn.
It all makes sense. Nothing bad is going to happen to me here, as menacing as this place might look. The island, the ooze, those sea creatures. They're just defending themselves, like a wild animal against an unknown threat. That's how they perceived the expedition, like a threat. But I, on the other hand, I wasn't a threat. And I definitely wasn't unknown, was I? They seemed to recognize me, as if I was one of their own. Everything seems so distant now, as if I first stepped on that white beach thousands of years ago. A full moon? It can't be. Yesterday was a new moon. Did I lose track of time, or... Maybe this place isn't subject to the laws of physics. That's the only explanation I can find for this surreal night. It's hard to believe everything is real. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'll open my eyes sometime and I'll be back in our home in Inglewood and everything will be as before. My perfectly ordinary life with Harry. My daily routines. My illness. That will be as before too. And then I'll need to shake off this strange feeling that I have now. Feeling that I don't really belong there anymore. And with there, I don't mean Englewood, or Boston, or Newburyport. I mean... How is it possible that the strange events of only 2 days on this island makes more sense to me than the life that I've been living for years?
I didn't know I was able to move on the boat. Oh. Okay, no thumb.
There it is. The sanctuary.
The fact that I saw this merge as like clip through it made me a little sad, but whatever. It's okay to me right now. It looks like they're combining Dagon with Cthulhu because of this. It's very reminiscent of descriptions of the city of R'lyeh, however you're supposed to pronounce it.
So is this where you went, Harry? Was this your last stop?
But at the same time, it's not, and it's not quite designed properly for that. But it is very reminiscent of the idea.
These patterns look too familiar. There are drops of dried blood inside this altar.
Another pen, another pot.
Another camp. Although it's little more than a few things scattered about.
This is another letter.
My dear old pal, I never should have trusted Cass. I thought she cared about you, but she's just mad, obsessed with this place. I can't trust her to help me overcome the last obstacle. This door. I know how to open it, but what I have to do is mix my blood with the black ooze. Am I mad for even considering that? It's the only way we can be together. It has to work, right? All this can't be a coincidence. The ritual is made for the two of us, isn't it, Nora? I wish you could be here to... Damn it. I have to think it over. I can't. Tomorrow. Leave it for tomorrow. Damn it. Stop writing.
What are you saying, Harry? Don't you see what the black ooze does? What it did to the doctor? Are you out of your mind? A library? What are you talking about, Harry?
I had a strange dream today. I was inside a vast library and gazed at vistas of another world. Prakitas.
Was the blood of these creatures some sort of catalyst?
Blood plus black ooze. Oh, look. This is so thick, the blood doesn't even go through the paper.
Heavens. This dagger looks exactly like the one I have.
An altar dried blood and ooze. Isn't that the dagger Frank was attacked with? You didn't understand it before, nor now. Why does he write stop writing? Why does he write half of this stuff? It's a video game trope to try and tell a story. It's a cliched trope, and it's a tired one, in my opinion. Because the people wouldn't write like this.
Harry, what is this? Looks like the ramblings of a madman.
Nora must do it together. Change me.
Black ooze on a petri dish. My God, this syringe has traces of black ooze. What the hell were you thinking? Oh, I really hope this works.
Is there anything over here? Oh, there's another camp. Probably Cass's. Hold on.
So I have to put my hand inside?
His yelling is not working. Interesting.
Camera. It must be Cassandra's. Harry asleep in his tent. What a creepy photograph. Oh my, she sounds completely out of her mind.
Seeing the future eternity waits me. Of death awaits Harry.
Let's give it a try. Ouch! Oh! Ah! What was that? Looks like a tattoo, but it isn't. Those are my spots. They've moved.
Spots on my hand have rearranged to form some sort of symbols.
This mural seems to describe a ritual involving blood. That dagger. Oh my goodness. And the gun barrel is empty. Trail of blood. Someone was hurt. There's a bullet hole in here. A woman's earring stained with blood. My God, Harry, what did you do to her?
She deserved it. For the sound of it, she kind of deserves it. Can't get over there, can I? Not from here. Alright, let's go in.
If he's behind that door, I wonder which Harry I'll find. How much would be left of the man I love? And how much of the man who has lost his sanity in this place?
Oh, look, another lantern. How many lanterns do they bring with them to this island?
All these papers are riddled with incoherent doodles. I wonder what this means.
Bridges, dragons, gargoyles, animals.
Those stone statues seem to rotate with this switch.
Oh boy, another puzzle.
I wonder what this means.
I wonder if these are all doors I'm gonna have to open up by somehow activating each puzzle. Probably.
Constellations and stars. These people seem to worship otherworldly gods.
Did I miss a mural over on that side?
They carried these people here to test them. Like a challenge of some sort. Where is this door leading me? A shining constellation. I better draw it.
She better draw it. Oh no. Ah, fuck.
Circular stones with strange carved symbols. These icons on the wheel are the same as the constellations I have on my hand.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass.
An eye and a star. Look at the stars, maybe. The stars are aligned, forming a constellation that I don't recognize. That is not the same sky you can see from Earth. And if that's not the Earth's sky, where am I now?
Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass to do. So each of these I'm gonna have to end up doing. Fucking hell. My assumption is that is gonna have to equal something here. It's the wrong place for this. Her hand only allows her to hit this one. Oh, did not mean to do it, but sure, why not? Pay attention to the size of the orbs, not just the shape. Brad, don't tell me answers. I swear I'm gonna slap you.
They took them to a throne room. That was the final step in the ritual.
It didn't... It's... Ugh.
What an odd structure. Riddled with nooks and crannies and endless stairways.
Trust me, I will ask when I end up wanting any assistance with it. I enjoy figuring these out on my own, but when I'm like prompted anything like that, and I know you've played this, so, and I know I need to get more tattoos on her hand. Because she's not going to be able to make the symbol in the sky without more of these. That much I know.
When I arrived on this island, I felt like I was trespassing. But now, I feel like this is where I belong.
Okay, so she can't go down there. I need more coffee. You weren't around earlier, Brad, when I was getting frustrated with one of the puzzles. I ended up figuring it out on my own, but if you had been here in chat, I probably would have asked you for assistance. Because I was wondering, like, I was on the verge of being all like, if you were here, I was gonna ask you to just tell me how to do it, because it drove me nuts. Yeah, it was the stupid North puzzle. I figured it out on my own at the end, but, like, the idea of what the hell it wanted me to do, I had no clue in the beginning. Okay, let's keep that one. This is the one I want to undo, I think. This one's almost as bad, honestly. Honestly, this one, I'm not tired. I just don't want to figure out the constellations. I'm just doing it accidentally. I think the last two doors, I'm just going to have you tell me exactly which ones to press. I get the idea. I don't feel like piecing them together.
I think I can feel the agony of the slaves, their suffering, and the effects of their transformation. It's horrifying. Black and white figures.
Really? Oh.
Good doggies, or dragons, whatever you are.
When you did it, always try to choose the same starting point, made it easier for you. What, the constellations? The white ones. That one. What? No. Oh my god. Stop it. Fucking controls. Alright. The one closest to me, I think, is this one. It is not. I don't think I need to care about that one anymore. Just in case, we'll put it back. Whatever. No one gives a shit. I don't. It's like, for some reason, it says I'm pointing at a certain one. I'll click it. And it was just, okay. I was just picking a different one. Whatever. I do like the puzzles in this game in general. The constellation one is bothers me. 'Cause it's...
Oh, come on. One more time.
I think it's the fact that there's no quick way to see what I'm doing. While it's interesting the way the constellation one is set up, I hate having to maneuver around it and trying to figure out which one it is and trying to picture it in my mind with the orientation. But I think that's about what makes it more difficult than it probably needs to be, is the fact that you have to picture it in your mind while you're looking at it. Okay. So that door and that door is open. So I have that one. Yep. It's because the full animation didn't finish. Yeah, that's what I figured it was with me pressing those little things.
This place is like a labyrinth. They were submerged in black ichor. Harry seems to be on the brink of madness. But I don't feel the slightest hint of confusion. On the contrary, I feel my mind is more focused than ever. Again? Seriously?
I like how she didn't
Ow,
realize
that
that this is
hurt.
going to be a thing.
Again.
All right. One more door to open. And it's one of the more complicated ones. There, that needs to be there. No. Yeah. I need them. I don't think that's the right one. It's not. That's correct, that's correct, that's correct. That's, yeah, it's not correct. That's not correct either.
All the doors are open, but where is the constellation I need to open the throne room?
In there. Shut up and just go in. I know you can open up the journal, but this is not that easy for me to, like, picture along with the position that I'm in with the constellation. What I've been doing is I've been paying attention to the large dots to give me my generalized bearing on which
Another
ones
one
to
of
pick.
those gates. I have to get into the water again.
Because the shapes overall are going to just drive me nuts.
I can feel the torment of the thousands of slaves who perished here. Oh, come on. One more time. Ah.
So, like, I've got constellations on my hands. Tee-hee. a message. Hmm. What? Why? I'll have to do it tomorrow. I'm gonna go nuts with this one. Um, that line needs to connect there and then there. It's probably attached over here. Oh boy. No, because that needs to, these two need to be on as well. Um, maybe like that. I don't think that's right. All right, let's undo these real quick because this is gonna drive me nuts. Okay. So from here, it's just that. It definitely looks like it could be a thing. I'm guessing. I'm guessing quite heavily at this moment. that one needs to be done. That one needs to be done. I'm my brain's dead on this one. It's not that difficult, it's just my brain is fucking fried. I mean, that one kind of needs to be there anyway, so. That needs to be done over there. Shit. That's not it. Kind of wish she had drawn this one in her journal. Fuck. 1, 2, 3. 3? Which means that one needs to not be lit. Alright. What if you stand in the middle and look up? Will she write it down then?
It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. What was it used for?
The locations of the dots are determining that. There's a big dot, little dot, big dot there. Big dot, little dot, big dot. So that's the symbol's location. So big dot, little dot, big dot we need to have. So those three. Those are done, yeah. Okay. Then we need big dot, little dot together, which we do have there. But over here, we need what? An extra dot we don't want. Unless there is 4 dots in the center that I didn't notice. There's 3 dots in the center, with one of them being big. So this is not the right symbol. Neither is that one. We have 4 big dots that are up. That one's supposed to be done. Fucking hell. Its position is all fucked up because it's not in the same position as the actual symbols beneath me. That's where the problem is. That's one of the problems. I have big dot, little dot, big dot done. That's big dot, little dot, big dot. And there should be 3 little dots near this one. 1, 2, I'm looking it up. I don't want to figure this out. My brain is hurting too much, and I'm going to sit here for way too long on this one. I don't want help. I just want the answer. I'm actually annoyed with this. I'm trying to look it up, but unfortunately the one that pops up is IGN, and it takes fucking forever to do it up, for it to load up. Okay, from the eye, which is this point, first circle on the right should have the original pattern pushed in. What was the original pattern? That was this, which I already figured out. Second circle to the right, closest to the back wall, should have the top pattern pushed in. Second circle to the left. Hold on. I didn't even finish the walkthrough. I must have had it.
Open. It's time to find out what's waiting for me inside.
I was actually pressing that button to turn it off.
What a disturbing mirror. Is it made of black ichor? I feel like it is speaking to me. Oh, heavens. There's something written in the floor with blood. Full coffin? Haven't I heard that word in my dreams? My God. Nothing that happens here appears to respect the most basic rules of physics. However, as strange as it may be, it does maintain a peculiar harmony. Like the workings of a clock or a music box. Harry, is that you?
Now we have to have a boss fight.
No, 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 no! Tell me this isn't you, Harry. It can't be you. It can't be. No, no, no. Why did you do it? Oh my God, Harry, no! In the end, you performed the ritual. You poor fool. But why? I don't understand it. Why? You knew it. You knew it wasn't going to work. You knew the ritual wasn't going to work. That's why you never sat on the throne. You didn't even perform the ritual, did you, Harry? But you wanted me to think that you had. You even left a lure to confuse me. But why? What really happened? The only person with you in that sanctuary beach was Cassandra. So if you didn't die, it had to be her. Did she use the dagger to open the gates and carry out the ritual? You tried to stop her, but it was too late. She shot you with your own gun and left you for dead, didn't she, Harry? Because Cassandra was ambitious and would stop at nothing to uncover the secrets here. The island fueled that hunger for knowledge. You had doubts about whether the ritual would work. But what happened to Cassandra cleared up those doubts. The ritual wasn't for people like you. The ritual was only for people like me. But you refused to believe it until the island itself spoke directly to you. Hacha Falgafen. She is our daughter. That's when you finally understood. You understood what my fate would be if I didn't come here and carry out the ritual. A slow and painful death.
How did she figure out it wasn't him? She just knows.
Your own demise. And left your glasses near Cassandra's corpse. Those same glasses you never take off. And you sent me the package from Dilly, Harry. Your picture, the key, the dagger. Another one of your scavenger hunts.
So that she would go and she would actually finish
I
and
took
become
the
what she
bait.
needed to be.
You made me come to this island, the same island where you almost lost your mind and your life, the same island where 4 members of your expedition perished. Why did you deceive me, Harry? You said you would never lie to me. Why didn't you tell me the truth? Why did you do this to me? Because you knew that I would never accept my fate if it meant leaving you. Right, my love? Not even if staying with you would mean a slow and painful death. So the only way to get me to leave you was to make me believe you were dead. And you chose to live a life without me, so I could be who I really am. That's why you tried to deceive me. But I know you too well, my dear old pal. We've had so many years together, so many moments of love, happiness, understanding, friendship. A whole beautiful life with you. I know what you tried to do, but I can't let you make this decision for me, Harry. Either I embrace my fate and accept what I've always been, and leave you behind. Or I reject it, and return home with you to relish the time that my illness gives us. It's my decision to make. We had a really good life. But that's not my life anymore, is it, Harry? Not after what I've been through on this island. Not after all I've found out about myself. I can't fool myself anymore. I have to accept what I truly am and leave you behind. I'm going back home.
She's all like, never mind. We chose the same ending. I was gonna ask which one you chose so I could choose the opposite, but
What a lovely melody. I don't believe I've ever heard more than a few notes. Until now. For years I thought I was sick. But the truth is, I was homesick. My poor health, the pain, the suffering. It was all because of how far I was from here. Everything seems so far away now. No trace of pain, no trace of sickness. Nothing besides this place. It's so pleasant to forget everything else. Nothing matters anymore. I'm finally one of the thousands of minds connected to the I-Core. Connected with the Elder God. Goodbye, Perry.
We just get to swim like this. What is with the giant stonefish critter? Hey, there's more people. We live forever now, boys. Bye. Until we come and enslave humanity.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
1, 2. Don't forget the harmony. 1, 2, 3.
All my life is empty.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I like the story and the way it was told. The visuals were fantastic. Fantastic. So adorable. Yeah, I enjoyed it, and the puzzles were clever and thought-provoking. Some of them obviously drove me nuts. The constellation I was done with by the end of it. I feel like I lucked into the answers with the constellations for most of it. There's an after-credits scene, so don't end it. Okay. Well, what the fuck? Oh, okay. Hit escape and it paused it. I thought it was. I thought it just like took me to the main menu. But yeah. I think my only criticism is the notes and the pictures everywhere make absolutely no sense. Aside from trying to tell the story, they take me out of the element quite heavily. And I feel like game designers need to stop doing that. Stop leaving notes everywhere. Stop having like the stupid graffiti on walls. It's like all of this stuff that is just absolutely against what people would do in reality. It all it does is it serves to break your illusion of a world that you're trying to create. But overall, love the main character. Love the way she ended up telling the story. I feel like the ending came a little too fast. Like she just pieced everything together with like little to no context. I'm more amazed that she was able to figure all that out. I feel like there should have been a little bit something else that lent her into realizing things, but they went with the idea of, well, she knew him too well to know that he had done that, and this is what really happened. But whatever. But yeah, no, I look forward to seeing more stuff they do. I did like the Lovecraftian bend take on it, without it actually being a horror or anything spooky dooky, because it was a nice little change from the average that's done. While I wouldn't want that done heavily by many games, because I feel like you need to do it just right, and I felt they did it decently in this, because she never really learned a hell of a lot outside of what little she needed to know about those people.
Even today, so many years later, I still doubt whether I did the right thing. I lied to you for the first and last time. And even if it was to free you from pain, suffering, and death, I deceived you. But I've paid such a high price for my deceit, Nora. Fate has punished me with a long and sorrowful life, with no other incentive than my work. Because that is the only thing I have now, my dear old pal.
Oh, he works at Miskatonic University. I just saw that. Of course he does.